Hello, good morning. Dito tayo General Education, Analogy Approach, Single Word Approach, I'm sorry. College entrance and licensure exam, pwede siya. So, ayun. Egypt, Pharaoh, and Khan is for Cambodia. Like that. So, Egypt, their leader is called Pharaoh, and no, not Cambodia, I'm sorry. It's Mongolia. Khanate. That's Kublai Khan, Genghis Khan, like that stuff. Okay, so it's Mongolia. Next one, Caesar is a Roman Empire, and Tsar is in Russia. Okay, it's a short form of Caesar, of the Romans. That's Tsar of Russia. Letter C. Next, number 3, Iraq's old name is Mesopotamia, and Iran's old name is Persia. Next, Inca thrived in America, and Mesopotamia thrived in Asia. Myanmar, Burma. The old name of Myanmar is Burma. Was Burma, I'm sorry. And the old name of France is Gaul. Letter D. Number 6, Taiwan's old name is Formosa, and Thailand's old name is Siam. Gaul is letter C, which is France, and Formosa is Taiwan, and Ceylon is Sri Lanka. Next, number 7, abandon, discard, and accord is agree. Okay? Mammalogy studies mammals, and morphology studies the forms of words. Letter B. Number 9, mammalogy, that studies mammals. Again, morphology, same, I'm sorry, words. Mycology studies fungi, numismatology studies coins. Letter D. Number 11, oncology, tumors, ophthalmology, that studies about eyes and eyes diseases and stuff. Number 12, ornithology, that studies birds, and paleontology studies fossils. Okay? Next, the difference between fossils and artifacts. Fossils are the remains of the living things, ancient living things like dinosaur bones and stuff, whereas artifacts are the things used by inhabitants or like Homo sapiens, Cro-Magnon, Neanderthals and stuff. All their things are, or remains of their things are what we call artifacts. Oh, that's for major in, what's this? Social science. Next, parasitology studies parasites, and pathology studies diseases, and pathogens and the diseases they cause. Letter D. Next, number 14, we have philology, studies language, and primatology, that studies primates, or like monkeys and stuff, and related organisms. Next one, thanatology, that studies death, and toxicology studies poisons. Letter D. Urology studies urine. Virology, of course, viruses, very obvious. Next, 17, zoology studies animal and taxonomy studies, letter A, classification organisms, naming and classifying. Oh, it's letter C, because taxonomy studies about the binomial nomenclature. So it's like naming and classifying organisms, not just only naming and not only classifying, but both. Okay, so the answer here is letter C. Next one, we have Animalia, Platypus. Okay, example of Animalia. Platypus, Plantae is fern. Fluke, zooplankton, and ascaris are Animalia. Dicot, example, beans. Example of monocot is corn. Yeah, corn, letter D. Why corn? Kasi yung monocot, difference of monocot and dicot when it comes to leaves, venation. Si monocot is parallel venation and knitted venation for dicot. Sa leaf arrangement naman, si dicot opposite. That means magkaharap siya, magkatapat yung leaves, whereas si monocot naman alternate or paisa-isa. Okay, dicot, example, gumamela. Monocot, example is rice. ABC are examples of dicot. Next, number 21, whirl. This is leaf arrangement. Whirl is coconut. Paikot siya, parang spring, spiral something. And opposites, that is dicot, and that's mungo. Yeah. Rice and corn are alternate, and banana is whirl. Next, 22, opposites, peanut. Okay, example, because this is dicot. Alternate, that is monocot, and the monocot here is ginger, letter A. Next, rice is parallel, has parallel venation. Mango has knitted venation, knitted. Letter C. Next one, parallel and knitted. Parallel is corn. Okay, knitted is radish, santan. Yeah, radish and santan. Dalawa yung sagot dito. I'm sorry. Dapat isa lang yan. Next one, taproot system. We have carrots. When I say taproot system, may isa siyang malaking root bago yung mga root hairs. Whereas yung fibrous roots, pareho siyang root hairs lahat, and then they're of the same sizes. And the example for, the example for that is grasses. Although shrub pwede siya, pero hindi lahat ng shrubs may fibrous roots. They have taproot also. Others have taproot system. Ganon siya. So cell, tissue, and tissue is organ, of course. That's hierarchical organization, which I discussed in other videos. Try to check it. Ribosomes is the site of protein synthesis, whereas Golgi apparatus is the site of packaging, a packaging site of the cell. Okay, transport, letter B is for endoplasmic reticulum. And the two words in cytology, synthesis is the building up, whereas hydrolysis is the breaking down. Okay, example of synthesis is like hydrolysis, like yung sugar or yung glucose, starch bago siya pumasok dun sa cells, kailangan siyang i-cut into simple sugars, which are like fructose, glucose, and galactose, and stuff like that, para makapasok siya dun sa semi-permeable membranes ng cell. Pagdating niya sa loob, dun ulit siya i-reconstruct, and that's synthesis na. Okay, reconstruction or building up is synthesis, like protein also. Okay, chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis, whereas ribosomes is the site of protein synthesis. When I say protein synthesis, they're building up proteins. Kasi yung proteins, pumapasok yan sa cell, paisa-isa, and that's in the form of it's simple, or simple blocks, and that's what's called amino acids. Okay, pagdating niya sa loob, i-build ulit sa peptides, polypeptides into a protein. Kasi protein is a long chain of amino acids. Okay, tapeworm, endoparasite, whereas lice is the ectoparasite. Endo means inside, and ecto means outside. Anyway, that's letter C. Letter D, I'm sorry. Next, amphibian example is frog, and aves is the family of birds. And the bird in the choices is only chicken. Chicken is a bird. Aves and mollusca. Okay, aves and mollusca are both families. So aves, example is parrot. Mollusca, seashells, mollusks. Letter B. Next, number 32, monosaccharide, that's simple sugars. Polysaccharides are complex sugars. Letter B. Double sugars are disaccharides. Monosaccharides, simple sugars. Disaccharides, double sugars. This is letter A. Plants are producers and animals are consumers. Plants, autotrophs. When you say autotrophs, they make their own food through the process of photosynthesis, whereas animals are heterotrophs. That means they just consume the producers or other animals. Saprotrophs are like fungi. They fed on dead things. Okay? They fed on dead things. Yeah, that's it. 10, 100 is to 10, so just divide it by 10. So that's 20 divided by 10 is 2, which is letter A. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2, which is letter A. Chromosomes, total number of chromosomes is 46. Pairs of chromosomes, of course, pairs. That means you have to divide it by 2, so there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Yung meron tayong 47 sometimes, and that's already a defect, genetic defect, Down syndrome, I think. Anyway, number 38, meiosis is the cell division in the gamete cells or sex cells, whereas mitosis is the cell division in the somatic cells or body cells. That's letter B. Okay, meiosis, sex cells, of course. Mitosis is somatic cells or body cells. Meiosis has 4 daughter cells or produces 4 daughter cells, whereas mitosis, produces 2 daughter cells. You can check my video of meiosis and mitosis here. I think yung caption ko is meiosis versus mitosis. Yun, detailed discussion ng meiosis and mitosis. Meiosis has 2 phases. Yeah, it undergoes two cell division phases, whereas mitosis just undergo 1 phase. Okay, so meiosis is produces haploid. When say haploid, half number of chromosomes, like 23 chromosomes only, and whereas mitosis is diploid or produces the same exact copy of the parent cell, which has 46 chromosomes. Haiku has 3 lines, whereas sonnets has 14 iambic lines. Linnaeus is a Swedish and Hippocrates is Greek. Mendel and Pasteur Austrian. Okay, Mendel is an Austrian, whereas Pasteur is French. Mendel studies about genetics, whereas Pasteur studies about germ theory. Cattle, bull, chicken is roaster, of course. September has 2 times 30, 2 times 15 or 30 days, whereas February has 28 or 2 times 14, which is letter D. Comparative is worst, whereas superlative is worst, not baddest. Kasi may nakita ako sa isang school, I'm teaching kasi Korean students, and they had this adjective stuff. And I share ko lang. And then, yung, teacher taught the students, my student, like, bad, badder, baddest. Actually, okay lang naman siya, pero spoken English. Pero when it comes to technical or formal writing, kailangan siya bad, worst, worst. Okay? Ganun siya. Parang, slang or, like, yeah, ganun. Anyway, colloquial terms, okay? Anyway, pwede siya. Pero, dapat, it must be bad, worst, worst. Anyway, last one. Fruit is made into wine, whereas grain is made into beer. Okay, so that's it. So I hope this helped you guys, and please do share this video for others to also know some of the questions. Ano na siya, tong test na to, hindi naman siya pero it's about general information for general education. That's it. So I hope to see you guys in the next videos. Bye bye, good luck.